The 1950s were filled with jukebox heartache, dusty highway dreams, and the kind of country storytelling that still echoes today. Back then, Marty Robbins was painting vivid scenes of the Old West with one unforgettable ballad.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
And later on, Patsy Cline would deliver a performance so smooth it changed country music forever.
The only thing new
These are 10 country hits from the 50s that defined an era and still sound just as powerful today. Number 10, 16 Tons by Tennessee Ernie Ford.
I loaded 16 tons, a number 9 coal and the straw boss said.
From romantic heartbreak to working class grit, this next entry struck a very different emotional chord. Released in late 1955 on Capitol Records, 16 Tons quickly climbed to number 1 on both the country and pop charts.
Load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older.
Tennessee Ernie Ford's deep, resonant voice gave the coal miner's lament an authenticity that audiences could feel in their bones. The song was actually written years earlier by Merle Travis, but Ford's version turned it into a national phenomenon.
You say a man is made out of mud, a poor man's made out of mustard.
Its somber tone was unusual for mainstream radio at the time. Imagine a smoky living room in post-war America, families gathered around the radio as Ford's voice rolled through the speakers like distant thunder. Even today, 16 Tons stands as one of the most powerful working man anthems country music has ever produced. Number 9, Your Cheatin' Heart by Hank Williams.
Make you weep, you'll cry and cry.
No list of 1950s country classics would feel complete without the unmistakable presence of Hank Williams. Released posthumously in 1953 on MGM Records, Your Cheatin' Heart soared to number 1 on the country chart and became one of Williams' most enduring songs.
You'll toss around.
Tragically, he never lived to see its success. Legend has it that Williams wrote the song in the backseat of a car during a late-night drive, inspired by personal heartbreak. That raw emotion poured directly into the recording.
Time will come when you'll be blue.
You can picture a lonely honky-tonk corner, neon lights flickering while someone quietly nurses a drink as Hank's voice drifts through the room. The song went on to define classic country heartbreak and influence generations of singers who followed. Number 8, Ballad of Davy Crockett by Bill Hayes.
King of the wild frontier, born on a...
From heartbreak to frontier legend, this next song captured the imagination of an entire nation. Released in 1955 on Cadence Records, Bill Hayes' Ballad of Davy Crockett became a cultural wildfire, reaching number 1 on the pop charts while maintaining strong country roots.
War till the creeks was whipped and peace was in store, and while he was handling his...
The song's success was tied to the booming popularity of the Disney television series about the American folk hero. Suddenly, coonskin caps and frontier fever were everywhere. Picture families gathered around their black and white
And his land is best from grassy plain.
televisions, children wide-eyed as the theme song played night after night. Though tied to its moment in time, the song remains one of the most recognizable story ballads of the decade and proved country music could thrive in mainstream pop culture. Number 7, El Paso by Marty Robbins.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a man.
Now we arrive at one of the most cinematic songs country music has ever produced. Released in 1959 on Columbia Records, El Paso climbed to number 1 on both the country and pop charts. Marty Robbins crafted a sweeping Western narrative that felt more like a movie than a single.
Texas way.
The song almost did not make it to radio in full. At over 4 minutes long, many stations initially hesitated to play it, but audience demand quickly proved its power. You can almost see the dusty border town, the swinging saloon doors, and Robin's voice echoing like a lone rider under desert stars.
To my right, I see 5 mounted cowboys. Off to my left, right, a dozen.
El Paso would go on to win the very first Grammy Award for Best Country Recording and remains one of the most beloved story songs in country history. If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. Number 6, Don't Be Cruel by Elvis Presley. By the mid-1950s, country music was already starting to brush shoulders with rock and roll, and nobody embodied that shift more than Elvis Presley. Released in 1956 on RCA Victor, Don't Be Cruel became a massive multi-chart hit, reaching number 1 on the country chart while dominating pop and R&B as well. It showed just how wide Elvis's appeal had become. Interestingly, the recording session was done quickly, almost casually, but the magic was undeniable. Within weeks, the song was blasting from radios coast to coast. Picture a warm summer evening, a pickup truck parked outside the local drive-in, teenagers leaning against the hood as Elvis's smooth plea for love floats through the air. The song helped cement Elvis as a crossover king and proved country roots could thrive inside the new rock era. Number 5, He'll Have to Go by Jim Reeves.
Your friend there with you, he'll have to go.
From Elvis's swagger, the mood shifts to one of the smoothest voices the genre ever produced. Released in late 1959 on RCA Victor, Jim Reeves's He'll Have to Go quietly climbed to number 1 on the country chart and crossed strongly into pop territory.
You can't say the words I want to hear while...
It became the signature sound of the Nashville sound movement. The song's famous soft delivery was actually born from necessity. Reeves reportedly told the studio engineer to lower his voice because he was trying to match the intimate feel of someone speaking on the telephone. You can almost see a quiet living room at midnight.
Sweet lips, a little closer to the phone.
The rotary phone resting on the table while Reeves's velvet voice fills the space with gentle heartbreak. The record became one of the most influential smooth country ballads ever made and shaped the sound of the 1960s. Number 4, Hey Good Lookin' by Hank Williams.
Hey, good looking.
Just when country music needed a shot of pure honky-tonk energy, Hank Williams delivered this unforgettable crowd pleaser. Released in 1951 on MGM Records, Hey Good Lookin' quickly climbed the country charts and became one of Williams's most recognizable hits. Unlike his sadder material, this one leaned into playful charm.
Spot board and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill.
What many fans do not realize is that Williams originally recorded an earlier version with different musicians before cutting the famous take we know today. Picture a packed Saturday night dance hall, boots sliding across the wooden floor while couples spin under warm string lights.
Something up, how's about cooking something up with me?
More than 70 years later, the song still sparks smiles and dance steps, proving Hank's lighter side was just as powerful as his heartbreak ballads. Number 3, I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine.
By the mid-1950s, a deep, steady voice from Arkansas was beginning to reshape country music forever. Released in 1956 on Sun Records, I Walk the Line became Johnny Cash's first #1 country hit and pushed him firmly into the national spotlight.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep
Its distinctive boom chicka rhythm became instantly recognizable. Cash later revealed he wrote the song as a promise of fidelity to his first wife while touring constantly. That personal tension gave the performance its quiet intensity. You can almost hear the crackle of a late-night AM station.
You give me cause for love that I can't hide.
A trucker gripping the wheel somewhere between towns as Cash's steady voice keeps him company on the dark highway. The song became one of Cash's defining recordings and helped launch one of the most legendary careers in country history. Number 2, Crazy by Patsy Cline.
I'm crazy for feeling so lonely.
As the decade drew toward its close, one voice rose above the rest with breathtaking emotional control. Released in 1959 on Decca Records, Crazy would become Patsy Cline's signature masterpiece.
I let myself worry.
Written by a young Willie Nelson, the song peaked at number 2 on the country chart but achieved something even bigger: timelessness. The recording session was famously difficult. Cline initially struggled with the song's unusual phrasing and even considered abandoning it. Thankfully, she pushed through.
Crazy for trying and crazy for crying.
Picture a quiet kitchen radio playing softly while someone pauses mid-task, completely pulled in by that smooth, aching vocal. Crazy went on to become one of the most played country songs of all time and helped redefine what emotional sophistication in country music could sound like. Number 1, Cold, Cold Heart by Hank Williams. And here we are, at the song that may best capture the emotional soul of 1950s country music. Released in 1951 on MGM Records, Cold, Cold Heart soared to number 1 on the country chart and became one of Hank Williams' defining recordings. Its influence stretched far beyond the genre. The song gained even wider attention when pop singer Tony Bennett recorded a successful cover, introducing Williams' songwriting brilliance to an entirely new audience. You can almost picture a smoky honky-tonk near closing time. One last slow dance happening under dim lights while Hank's voice aches through the speakers. More than 70 years later, Cold, Cold Heart remains a masterclass in country storytelling and emotional honesty. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 unforgettable country hits from the 1950s. A decade that laid the foundation for everything the genre would become. From Hank Williams' raw emotion to Patsy Cline's velvet heartbreak, these songs did more than top charts. They told the stories of everyday America. Thank you for spending these memories with us. Your love for classic country keeps this music alive. Don't miss our next video, 10 fading country bands that should retire right now, where the sound gets smoother and the legends grow even bigger. Until then, keep the music close.